Okay, here we go. So, what will we be doing today, I think? So far the face is coming together. Just check my image settings. Turn that, that's better. Turn that off. Turn that up. There we go. That looks a bit more realistic. So let's we'll swing the camera around. So I have to do less zooming. And let's just pull it together. Here we go. I think she's starting to appear in a very impressionist sort of way. Might work a little bit on I need to sort of sort out where this eyebrow's going to rest. I've had a few cracks at it, but not really got it. I've got a shadow down here I want to fix up. It's quite a painful process of getting shadow around the pearls in her hair. And I may just flatten out her jaw a bit. I think I might have just gone a bit too much on that jaw. Got a bit of the lip to fix up. You'll see I've started to put in so her upper lip. So her lips have just started to get a little bit of work on, and I'm quite happy with where the chin is arriving at. So there's lots of little things to start tweaking on today. So we'll crack on and do those. Just get my reference photo set up. And the weather update in New Zealand is there's a southerly that's come up from down south, obviously, because otherwise it'd be a northerly, wouldn't it? And it's cool. I don't have the fire on today, so it's not too cool. Just create my own magenta. Yeah. Well, I think the last time I was doing a stream, I was just darkening up her face. We are going to use this this blue. in her hair. So around the pearls, we'll just start doing a bit of that, so we need to crack on with this here. And there'll be a dark shadow on this side of her hair. She does actually have some light coming down. She's got all sorts of directional light happening. So I might as well just get some of this. The thing with using pastel pencil on pastel matte is it takes a bit of time before you've got enough on it to get your coverage. And I'm pretty sure I'll end up using pan pastel on both her and his hair. For a variety of reasons, but it'll be a mixture of, there'll be some yeah, we've got dark on both sides. We'll have a mixture of pan and pencil, I think. Hopefully my head is not in shot. Which is why I pulled the camera around closer to the paper. Try and avoid giving you a headshot, which should probably be my bald spot. Yeah, so good. We're just going to scrumple this in. This is all going to be shadow, but I'm putting the shadow's going to be, I think, a mixture of blue and magenta and blue and greens. But just while I'm holding on to this blue pencil, I might as well start laying it in. And it'll become apparent later on. I hope it does anyway. I haven't really thought too hard about the pearls themselves, but I imagine they're sort of like doing water drops. There we go. And I'm not doing all the pearls. Quite frankly, story is not about pearls. just get this. We're gonna. I want to get that blue into her here because. I want it on the shadow of her hairline as well. And we've got wisps of hair coming down. It's good. Now her, oops, honking my camera. Her, I'm just watching my camera. I'm trying to get it to focus purely on the paper, but because it's got AI in it, and I do turn off all the AI. Yeah, it's all turned off. But because it's got AI, it tries to focus on whatever's closest. So it's focusing on my hand, and yeah, but it breathes a little bit. I can't really fix that. Sorry. Now this eye. I think we want to come up a bit higher. It actually goes up. Now we're getting into the weeds. gently does it. Okay. I want something, a blue that's coming up. Now do we do... Oh, William. Hello, William. The nose and cheekbone are looking superb, thank you. Lovely to see you. So to speak. Lovely to have you here. Just yeah. Where did I put that blue? There it is. Just very gently bring that up. Fortunately, I've got a nice little wedge that's formed. Okay. Yeah, this way. Ooh, one blue. Someone to play. You know, I say a lot on this channel, oh, I'm not trying to do realism. And yet I find myself, and quite often this is why I avoid pastel pencil. That it your pencil makes me work very tightly. And because you end up working so tightly, you can lose yourself in the picture and it stops being art and it starts being a photocopy. And I don't want a photocopy. But I do want it to have tone. I want it to find maybe we'll use crimson. I want it to find through light and shadow its own form. No. I'm just using the pastels to blend pastels. No, there's no stumps or... I mean, those tools are very good, don't get me wrong, they're excellent tools to have. I want to just want the pastels to communicate with each other. And when they do, a picture will appear. That eye's going to be a challenge, my word. We'll come back to that when I'm feeling braver. Oh. Yes. Down and play. Where? Needs to be darker. Darker in here. I had someone say to me today about watching a video of this. It was like watching the person get their skin, or put their, yeah, watching all the veins and behind the skin get put on first, and then they're waiting for me to, you know, finish it off with the skin. And I've been thinking about that because I'm a big fan of the Impressionists and how they use colours next to each other to build it up. I think I'm going to use this blue is going to be in here, and we'll try doing the pearls with the blue, but I might try doing a few pearls offline. You know, just test it out and make sure I don't make a fool of myself. But I'm thinking that blues, I'll put it aside, that's for the... It's going to be for the pearls, and I can see a beautiful apricot. It's going to be in those pearls as well. We just need to get some... Let's shape this a bit. We'll just warm it up with a bit of ochre. I think we're gonna some ochre in her hair as well, and down here we might have some ochre, but we just need to finish this cheek. We've got all these competing contours. Just gently. That eyebrow. Get some losing the shape a bit. Mm, 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 mm. You know, when I first started this painting, I thought, oh, I'll have this finished in May. I got 2 paintings underway for May. I thought, oh, I didn't have any consulting work on. And I thought, oh, no problem, I'll be able to knock these out. And then, because I had no consulting work on, I had to go into selling mode and try and get some fresh work going, because art doesn't pay the bills. Not yet anyway, although I have watched a video recently. I've seen a few. How to make $5,000 per month from your art. Sell your paintings for $24,000. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Okay. So anyway, so what I had to do was find a potential consulting client and then write up a proposal. And the time I thought I'd have for painting just sort of vanished. And this has been a really hard painting. His buttons were a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. That's right. Comes to about there. Got a nice V happening there. So this here. Get some. This needs to be more. It's actually a cool red. We could go straight to magenta. Are we brave enough to go straight to magenta? I think we are. I'm painting away today. It's all good. Gotta come out a bit more. That's it. Now, I have got a little tool. I'm going to go grab it. Be right back. And it's a little silicone tool. And I use it for just a little bit of blending. Where is it? Where are you? Of course, I could be wrong. I might have to use a stump after all that. Oh, there it is. Fantastic. Now, silicone tools, or shapers as they're officially known, they've got, let's see if I can hold this up. Is this going to focus? No. It will there though. So it's got a little, it's a little wedge, little silicone wedge. And you just grab the colour you want very gently. Pull it across. So we want one as well. It's going to very lightly stain. Oh, I can get into this area. And you might notice I'm resting my hand at times on the paper. And I've got no problem with that. This is not going to smudge. Well, I mean, if you do that, it will, but... because I haven't been using thick, soft pastel on this, it's not going to come away. And my framer loves it. Because when he framed the last one, and I said, oh, you won't get much pastel dust off this. And he was like, oh yeah. And then when I went to pick it up, he says, oh, there wasn't much pastel dust. Like I told you. But he's so used to pastels, he cake. Absolutely cake. There's lots of really interesting colours going on there. There's going to be the colour of her iris is going to reflect onto her eyelid, and that's super interesting. I want to be careful how that gets handled. Here we are. And using green. And mix magenta and green, and with a blue to get my blacks, rather than use a black. This is going to have shadow. Comes up here. There we go. That shadow comes down. I'm sure, while I spies quite a green hue to her eyebrow. Still going to fix this up more in post. But let's just keep got lots of little bits of shading to do to make it just right. How are we doing for time? Oh, Donna. Hello, Donna. You can get those silicone shapers, Donna, from, I think Warehouse Stationery has some. Flat chisel is the one I use. But you use color pencils like Will, and I know that there's special shapers and blenders just for, or burnishers I think they're called, just for color pencils, your Prismacolors. But I'm not, you know, I just haven't used them, so I'm not an expert. When you've got strong colours like this beautiful blue, I don't feel you've got to press hard to. Pastel's a beautiful soft pigment. It is going to hit that paper and stick to it. So just so, ever so lightly, scrumble it across. And it will do what you want it to do. But if you push hard, then suddenly you'll get this blue line. No, so if I push, you know, a proper stroke versus, you can't even see what I'm doing there. It's the lightest of hazes in order to get the shape that I'm after. Lightly, lightly. It's a little too dark up there. Here we go. Who's that wee shaper gone? Bend that on a wee bit. Blend with it. Oh, really? I didn't know that well. I guess, I mean, if you could use a grey for an effect if you wanted it. So, doing, next time you do an eye, if you do eyes, try using your burnisher or your blending pencil over the eye, because in pastel you can run a grey over the eye and you get a lovely translucent sheen. So when I look at the eye of this person, this is a milky grey, doesn't have any white in it except for the camera lights, which are reflected somewhere around the pupil. There's a couple of little, I can see camera lights over there, and I can see camera lights in the pupil that's going to be over in here, which I have to really rethink that eye. It's something's not right about it. Just measure it. So, that's in the right spot. I've got an eye just in here. Let's just try that again. Here. So I've got to do the eyelid. It's more. We'll just scrumble a little bit more, and then I'll call it quits. Because scrambling now. I don't think I want to go. We'll just keep switching to crimson. I think that's actually a cold red. that is. Blue's having a bit of a workout today. I think I'm into overtime. Is that the right? It is. All right, let's pull the camera back and see how have we achieved. What have we achieved today? So just do. Oh look, you can see all my streaming setup. I'm sure that's incredibly uninteresting. Oh, be nice. There we go. I think she's starting to come to life. We've got the... I'll just turn this light off at the top of the picture. So we've got more shade to develop on her face and neck. So if I bring up the reference photo, where are you? Come on, we go. There we go. So you can see the reference photo. Her face is quite shadowed all the way down her neck. And that's not quite the effect I've got here, so fix that up. Get the brow line as well around the eye sorted. And eventually I want to sort of get to where her ear is and her nose on her face. So I think more greens and blues to cool her down. That's probably going to be the... And I've been reluctant to jump right in with those temperatures to begin with. But I think she's doing all right. So thank you, William and Donna, for joining. Really appreciate your comments. And I should be back Monday again next week. So I hope you both have a